Recording started. Why do I always say recording started? I don't know why. There's nothing else to say.
I can't see the countdown. No, can you see a countdown?
No, there's no countdown. It just pops up on. Does it not pop on your screen saying recording started?
No.
Well, it does. It pops up on mine, so that's how I know. Right, this is our. It's not the first episode of the podcast because we're still massive teething issues with this podcast. Like we had a producer, mixed like a little DJ guy, and he's definitely fucked us up. I'll message him tomorrow and ask him what's going on, but I think he is definitely 100% fucked us off.
He'll probably watch this and think, "What are you on about, you cranks?"
No, but he has. He doesn't reply. He's not here. I think he's fucked us off. So, what genre? That's me getting us a logo made, and the guys asked me what genre is it. What shall I reply?
I don't know. What genre are we? for this video or for in general?
In general, sports and everything else. Right. So this is going to be a 2023 roundup, So it's not how we did like this season, how we did last season, all. It's just how we did in the back end of last season, and how that sort of like how we ended last season made us, go into this season either positive, negative, what we thought we could do, if we're outdoing what we thought we could do. Just all shit. To be honest, it'll just be us talking rubbish about whatever. But I think we do this we've got like an hour cut-off point. I don't think we'll get through all the points. How many points? Let me just check how many points we got, because I did just add 3.
No need for that.
1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 10 points. I reckon we'll get through 7 of them. So I reckon first. So I'll start by apologising for this outlay. So I did take my laptop to work yesterday in the full-on plan that I was going to make as a nice new one of these. Obviously, I still think I want to keep the Christmas lights at the top, because they don't have to be Christmas lights. They can just be lights. But maybe not.
Nice.
Yeah, but then the bottom, these have to go.
Yeah, Santa's got to go.
Santa's got to go.
You have to start doing love arts for Valentine's, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll always do seasonal. I'll always do Halloween. I love that stuff, that sort of stuff. I'll do seasonal, but so what's the cut-off point for Christmas decorations and stuff? Is it the 7th, like look-wise? For being good luck. What the fuck is Kane to Google these sort of things and tell us?
What do you mean? Like there isn't. When did you take your stuff down?
Meg took them down the 27th of December.
That's too soon.
On Boxing Day, she went to work, and then the 27th she was off work. And why did she take them down? I went somewhere with JJ. I took JJ swimming, and she was like, "Oh, before you go swimming with JJ, we take the stuff out of the loft so I can put all the decorations away." And I was like, "What?" And she put everything away. 27th, all gone.
She's a psycho.
I'm taking full charge next year, because this year we had just like everything was candy cane, so it was all just red and white everywhere, dog shit. Wouldn't let me have all my tacky stuff, like my big massive giant L's I've got, and then takes it all down the 27th. So next year, I promise you, no matter what anyone can hold me to this, I guarantee this house or whatever house we're living in will be a fucking Santa's grotto, and it will stay up. Let me Google. There's a date where if decorations don't go down by that day, you have to leave them up all year round, or it's bad luck.
Is there?
I promise you, yeah.
I've seen a few hours.
6th of January. 6th of January is the day where if they're not down by the 6th, you have to leave them up all year round, or your house is like cursed with bad luck all year.
I think ours went on like the 2nd of Jan.
What went down?
Yeah, something
like
that.
January, anywhere in January is fine, but if you're doing it before the end of December, you're a fucking joke, and Meg's a joke for that. Because I love Christmas as well. This has been my worst.
Unbelievable.
2 days after Christmas. 2 days.
The next 4 days are just still Christmas days, because not supply there.
The 25th until I say you go back to work is Christmas.
Yeah.
And even then, going back to work, this week's been Christmas for me. I haven't finished my Christmas celebrations till, I'd say, today.
That's why I was sloppy.
That's been bad. I always knew, I don't know why I made so many, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I made a million plans to do stuff in December, and I just never, ever, I'll never be active on things, anything like this in December. I'm just like a missing guy in December.
You have time off though, don't you? So you probably think you'll do stuff, but really you're just not going to do it, are you?
I was talking to a dad about this in the gym. He said, you make plans for your week, your time off at Christmas, and then you have less time than ever before. And I think that's true. I think more if you've got a kid, because you're off with the kid all the time. I think so, but I didn't do anything. I didn't do a single thing in my time off. I just chilled, and I don't know. I feel like I never chill, so I didn't chill, but I did just do nothing. I didn't do anything. I went out once. I went out on the 28th. That was it.
You're running around after the baby, aren't you? So it doesn't feel like you're chilling. You're
chilling. How was, right, I'll tell you what, that's what we'll start with. How was your Christmas break, and what was your Christmas day? Did you get time off work?
Yeah, a little, because I went away for 2 weeks and I started my new job in October. I had no holiday days, but I was working from home, so it was all right.
Okay. Why, what days were you in all over Christmas?
Nah, just the 28th and 29th. something like that.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it was sound, didn't mind. It was quiet. Christmas Day. I don't know. Do you love Christmas Day? Where do you go Christmas Day?
So Meg worked this year, first ever time she's worked
Christmas
since
Day?
I've known her. Worked Christmas Day, finished at dinner.
How long?
She was 8 till dinner till 12.
Oh.
But like, I'm not changing my day because if you work on Christmas Day, that's up to you, mate. No, I will never. I would quit a job before I work Christmas Day. I promise you, I will never ever in my life in this on this planet Earth will I ever work Christmas Day ever. Right? And she did. She worked Christmas Day. So me and JJ went to Bolton, and then Meg came to Bolton at like 2. Everyone had Christmas dinner, and then at like 4, she got off back to up here because her mum and dad work on Christmas Day as well. Like every year, yeah. That's why
that was why she should not ask then.
I know, I think so. So they all work, so they always have theirs later. So what we usually do, our usual Christmas Day is drive to Bolton, have our Christmas Day there, because my dad can't really last past like 4-ish. So then he'll go to bed, we'll get off. Becky's fellas from Leicester, so they'll go to Leicester. Because I think it's the same with his family, like they do a later thing. So what we do, we all just come back up here and get pissed with Meg's family. And that's fine, that's what we always do. But this year, because obviously I had to drive to Bolton before Meg finished, I was in Bolton by 10. Meg didn't finish till 12:30, and I couldn't leave my car there because I needed it on Boxing Day. So I just stayed in Bolton. So we had it was like the most separated, worst Christmas ever, really. I've not been festive either this year. Like last year, I watched a Christmas film every day in December. That's what I thought I would do it again this year. Yeah. And I never had no tunes on in the car. As soon as December comes, I have a Christmas playlist that I just like shuffle every day when I get in the car. I never did it once until I realised on Christmas Eve I had a single Christmas song in the car. Was it best?
I went myself. I've come off holiday on the 10th of December. Went back to work and was rushing around for a week, and then it was a week before Christmas. I hadn't bought a present on.
You
I
went
running around Christmas Eve like a madman.
Yeah, Christmas Eve was. Did we do the video on Christmas Eve? Was that Christmas Eve?
I can't remember. What did we do a video about? About this?
Just the introduction to the. It was supposed to be this, and then we just chatted. And then it wasn't Christmas Eve because you were playing Everton.
23rd, was it?
Let's have a look.
23rd it was. I'd been out shopping that day.
Because if I never did the watch along on Sunday, I was fucking. JJ was been winding me up. So I couldn't do it. I need to delete the thing off my YouTube. Hang on. Yeah, it was on the. I don't know what day is this.
23rd.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes, 23rd December. Right. So 23rd of December, you was rushing around Christmas shopping.
I was rushing around, but then Christmas. Yeah, my Christmas was like it's half boring. I think.
Why?
Because it's just I don't know. I don't go somewhere and have a pure piss up in the night. To be honest, I do sometimes. I used to my brothers, but now what happens is my nephew's birthday is Christmas Day.
Oh, so, right. Shit.
I know it's a bit mad, but so we'll all just stay in our little families, and then Christmas on Boxing Night we go for a meal and have a little bevy for him and that. So we have a big Boxing Night, really.
Boxing Night. I know a few. So I was literally on Sunday. I was talking to a mate who does Christmas. He does Christmas dinner on Christmas Day and Boxing Day to split it with the two families, him and his missus. And they said he said the Boxing Day. Did he say the Boxing Day one's bigger? Sure, he said the Boxing Day one's a bit more bigger than his Christmas Day one. Am I making that up?
Might be because there's more stuff going on. There's footy and everything going on, so you're just gonna all just be. Otherwise, Christmas, like you just get a bit bored in the end.
I'm always super, super, super rough on Christmas Day, on Boxing Day. Rough, like the most roughest I've been. Not this year, but I remember 2 years ago was the roughest I've ever been on Boxing Day. That was when Liverpool's game got cancelled for COVID against Leeds, and I was lying in bed at an 12:30 kickoff, and I was lying in bed, and I was about 10 minutes away from tweeting saying, "Does anybody want my ticket?" Was not going to go, and then it got called off. I think got called off. I'm sure it definitely got called off the morning of the game.
Boxing Day, I don't remember that happening, but
yeah, I promise you, watch Leeds Liverpool. I was fucking buzzing. I wasn't interested at all. But I had a good Christmas break. I loved being off work. I went out on the 28th, which was good, Thursday night. I had a good Christmas break. Like I had a not very festive Christmas break, and Christmas Day was like a bit mad because obviously Meg worked and that. But it was good to be off work with a baby, chill. I don't know. I just had a good. Do you know what? Right. So I'll be honest, you won't watch this anyway. My mum's Christmas dinner and Sunday dinners are always bang on, proper bang on. And then what happened was there was a bit of a conflict between the family this year. So in like October, I remember my dad was in hospital and I was visiting my dad, and he told me that he said Becky had put it in the group about a few days before, and I ignored it, saying that they want to eat out on Christmas Day, right? They don't want to do it at the house anymore. Mum can't be asked cooking. So I left it and then spoke to my dad about it, and my dad was like, "Mum, that's not what your mum said. Like, she definitely doesn't. She doesn't want to go out at all."
Yeah.
And I assumed, because of how I know like how much of like it can be a little bit of a ball ache to go out with my dad sometimes, especially on like a busy Christmas day, I thought I could imagine that my mum wouldn't want that. So I fucking blew off in the group saying, the family group saying like, nobody wants this, Becky. You just want this. Which is Becky does that a lot. Like she decides something and will push it on everyone else.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody wants it. We don't want it. So Becky was like, well, I can't find anywhere. Which me and my dad said, like, obviously you're trying to book Christmas dinner in October, the end of October. You're not going to find anywhere decent anywhere. So we just got never ever done anything other than I've never other than when we were younger and we'd just first moved here from London.
Yeah.
We would go back to London and have our Christmas Day at London at my granddad's, and all the family would go around because he had a massive house.
Yeah, but that's a house still.
But that's a house. But yeah, never ever gone out. And then Christmas Day, me and my mum were talking in the kitchen, and she was like, "No, I would have loved it. Like, I don't know why your dad said that. I didn't want to. I would have loved it. Like, I hate this. Like, she's in the kitchen all day stressing." And then it's going to sound weird, but I like my turkey dry. Right, I like it like. I know it sounds weird, but I like it well done and crisp, like crispy and dry. I don't know how to describe, like explain it. And it was like moist and I don't know. Christmas dinner weren't good, and I think my mum was putting down like a marker and saying because she's always bang on. My mum's Sunday roasts and Christmas dinner are always bang on, like perfect, like always really really good. And it weren't good.
This is my first year in memory that we've had turkey at Christmas.
What?
Never have it. We just don't like it. It's like one of the worst meats, isn't it? It's crap.
I don't think it is.
No. Well, that's funny. I loved it. So I'm
see exactly. It's not, I think it's definitely not something I would ever want to buy all year round. Wouldn't want to eat it all year round. Wouldn't want to swap it for chicken. But for one day, I think it's unreal. I love it. It's like chicken but dry, and I like. I don't know. I like dry turkey.
Nah, it was decent. Quite liked it. So I'll have turkey from now on.
So what do you usually have?
Are you there? Dearie me. Wonder if people are here. I guess he'll just cut this out, or it'll be me looking at you. Josh Woods. It's still recording. Has his battery gone? Laptop was uncharged. Oh. His laptop's dead. I feel like this is just going to get cut out, so I don't even want to talk to you. Jump straight on.
Hello.
Hello, lad.
How do I get in? Oh my god. Right.
I can't let you in, you know. Oh.
No, how do I get my camera on?
Oh.
I can edit that to like fix it. That was what's going on?
Made me laugh, that.
Oh, lad. So my hang on. How do I change this?
Itchy, Are you here? Oh.
Hello. Yes,
hello,
we're back.
Hello, lads.
Right, so I will. What were you doing when it was off? Is it enough where I could leave it on, or will I have to edit that?
Nah, edit it, therefore. Cut it out.
Right. Well, anyway, so do you know what the worst bit about that is? So obviously I've not been on my laptop all fucking Christmas, as we've just explained how we did nothing.
Yeah.
So when I turned it on downstairs, it said plug charger in, laptop is dying, or whatever it says on these. So I plugged it in and X'd off the thing, and then weirdly, a couple of minutes later, it came back on again, and I thought, I'm sure I X'd that off, but I mustn't have done. X'd it off again, and I'd plugged it in and everything, but not turned the socket on. It just died. It's just died. So we'll say so technical issues. That's fine. Don't worry. I'll cut that out. I might not even cut it out.
Yeah, I got to cut it out. Like I was just laughing, saying, "I wonder if you'll cut this out or if I'll have to talk to you." And then
see, there you go. That's perfect. A bit of you time. I
weren't talking though. we're
What?
talking. I was itching me ear.
Maybe I'll cut it out with the side. I still need to get the logo and everything today. This is just, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're just chatting. People like hearing us chat, so it doesn't matter about a bit of a cut off. Right, anyway, so let me go on to the thing here. Louis is just texting.
Where am I?
Everton.
Got
Is that
dressing gown on for the
a
big
Christmas
video?
present, or have you had that?
Nah, it's like 5 years old.
I think, right.
Christmas presents. I'm not getting Everton Christmas presents. I'm 26.
I think I was genuinely saying this in the gym on, when did I go this week other than today? What day are we on? Tuesday. So it would have been like maybe Sunday, Saturday. Whenever last I went to the gym last before here, I seen a guy in a full this season's Everton top with the shorts, not the socks, but
with the shorts as well.
Shorts on top. But obviously he was in the gym, so it's
no.
Oh, it's terrible. I would never do it, but you're in the gym, you're wearing shorts. They are literally designed for like being active in the most possible way. Oh, it's terrible. And I think, but then maybe again you're going to just say, no, that's ridiculous. But I think Everton fans, Scouse Everton fans, men are well more inclined to wear Everton gear than Scouse. Obviously, Liverpool, 40-year-olds up and down the country in Liverpool will go out and buy like fake, sharp, or like chrome paints tops, and they'll wear them with pride.
Yeah.
But I think actual Scouse men will wear Everton gear well more, and they're not asked about it.
Yeah, probably.
You're definitely more likely to find a Scouse Everton fan with something Everton on the car.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the one, isn't it?
You've still got them, no? Got loads of them.
Yeah, but not as much. But I think it's like tribalism we use a lot. Like use.
Yeah, do you know on me cruise and that? Like there was just fellas with Everton tops on, like 3 of them. I'd go down the pub thinking I wonder if I'll see an Everton fan or like get onto one by the voice, and they just had tops on. And I was like, oh, there they are then.
Were you talking to them?
Yeah.
Scousers or not Scousers? They're called Wolves, and I'm from Bolton.
Nah, a couple of Scousers, yeah.
No way. And to go over and do that, I'm an Everton fan as well.
I knew him as well. Like I didn't know him, but like we knew each other's families and that. It was mad.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No way, that's mad. Was the cruise good? I feel like, did I ask you about the cruise on the last one? I must have done.
Yeah.
Must have done. Right, so it was on Christmas anyway, on our Christmas break. So when was you back fully to work? Last week?
Yeah, last Monday. Yeah. It was Tuesday, man, because I went on New Year's Eve, so I was hungover New Year's Day. Do you go do anything New Year's Eve?
Never, ever, never.
I never do it. I don't even go to town anymore. We went to town because someone booked something. Only we went to one place and like stayed there and got off.
How many?
How many people?
Yeah.
8. It was 4 boys, 4 girls.
See, that's okay if you're in a bit of a. Still, even then, just to me, Christmas, New Year's Eve is just never go out on that. And Boxing Day as well, never. Unless I was going to football, I would never. It's just. I don't like busy town. I don't like town busy. I don't like.
Town didn't seem that busy, to be honest. It was mad. It was weird.
So, God's honest truth, the last time I went out on New Year's Eve. No, that's another lie. It was Boxing Day. The last time I went out on Boxing Day, I remember being at. This would have been. I was definitely living in my house because I dragged everyone to my house. So it would have been after either 2000, might have been the Christmas of 2000. It probably was Christmas 2018 because I probably did it because I had my own house and I dragged everybody from town back to my house. And I remember thinking town wasn't that busy. But I think because everyone hates it and everyone thinks it's too busy, no one goes out anymore.
Goes. Yeah,
I was always, when I was younger, I was always a New Year's Eve guy. I was always a Boxing Day guy, and all the days, anything like Mad Friday, our work do was always on Mad Friday, so I'd go out after Mad Friday. But as I got older, I can't do Christmas Eve. Can't do Christmas Eve. To me, is the most ridiculous day to go to.
It's silly. I hate it.
What's it all about?
To be honest, it is like when you're there, it is quite good.
No, it's good. Yeah, I have
songs up by midnight, but
it is good. I had one ever, and it's not. I ruined Christmas, but I definitely didn't ruin. My mum and dad are not sort of people, and my sister who's asked if I'm lying on the couch rough.
Yeah.
But I remember the time I went out on Christmas Eve. All that Christmas Day, I was rough. Like I kept nodding off and stuff. Couldn't really eat. Couldn't drink because I got pissed twice on Christmas Day this year. Twice. I got there at 10 o'clock. Right. At 10 half 10, I got there and just started drinking straight away. Me and my sister just got pissed. Yeah. And then I remember having my Christmas dinner and I can't eat as much when I'm pissed. So I struggled to eat as much, but it was shit anyway. So I weren't like that sad. And then me and my sister's fella, Marcus, got on back to back on the couch. Or was he on the other couch? And he was watching Ricky Gervais on his laptop. And I was watching, just like flicking through YouTube on the TV. And everyone was like pottering about. And then He's fell asleep definitely watching Ricky Gervais, but he was like, it's weird because he was definitely asleep. He was snoring in that, but then if you said something about him, he would answer you. But he was asleep. It was so weird. And then I fell asleep. But when I woke up a bit, so I put on the Showtime. Have you know Showtime boxing's finished?
Yeah.
So they had like a 50-minute, not the best of, but just like a down memory lane. All the staff were on it. Yeah, like a send off. So I put that on. And I knew that was 50 minutes, and then I woke up, and everyone has congregated now. They're all on the couches and the little chairs and that. Everyone's there, and they're watching Alex Volkanovski being interviewed by Earl Hawani because I fell asleep with the TV remote in my pocket. They didn't want to wake me up. They turned it off. Right? So Marcus is awake. So I like, pardon?
Nice and festive.
Oh, man, that's something terrible to be left unwatching. Bear in mind, there's not an MMA fan in the house at all. So I wake up and I'm like dead groggy, and I look around and Marcus is up and Becky's up, and they're like, and I said, have I been asleep? Have you been asleep? You've been snoring your head off. And I was like, oh, sorry, everyone. I went, oh, what's this shit? And I remember pressing OK to see how far in it was, and there was like 20 minutes left of this like hour and 10-minute interview, and I turned it off. Marcus looked at me and went, mate, we just sat through 40 minutes of that interview. Why have you just turned it off? I didn't think you wanted to watch I didn't think you wanted to finish watching the Volkanovski interview with Earl Hawani. So they'd have to watch anyone who was sat there. So my dad was definitely there the whole time we were asleep. So my dad had sat through a 50-minute Showtime boxing presentation that he definitely didn't care about, and then 40 minutes of a Volkanovski interview because
had he lost by that point to Ismail or not?
It's the interview of him after. Like recently,
was it the pressing as well?
Yeah, like a few weeks ago, talking about this Ilya Topuria fight. So it's like, it wouldn't have been a good interview. But actually, to be fair, I liked the interview, but only because I like MMA. There would nobody there who was watching that interview had a good time watching it. Promise you.
Marcus sounds like he did.
Marcus said he did, but I think you're that deep into it. You probably just wanted to hear the end of the stories that they were fucking going to sum up. But yeah, it got turned off. And I don't know about you. I don't know if you do this. And I know this is definitely a man thing. I think again, Meg definitely does it. I have a nap and I'm in denial about my nap. And I wake up and I'm like, what do you mean I've not been asleep? What are you talking about? I haven't just been asleep, and like, I've got drool all down my face and everything. Yeah. I'm always, and I'll go, how long do you reckon I was asleep then? 20 minutes. It's like at least an hour. But I always deny napping. I don't know why. I don't know what the thing is about like being ashamed that I fell asleep.
I don't do naps.
What do you mean you don't do naps?
Never nap in my life. I reckon I've had one. It's when I was sick.
You never had a nap? You don't nap?
Daytime, no. I don't know how to. Go sleep. I'll just lie there sometimes. I lie there and I just be like, nah, it's not happening.
Yeah, see that one thing I will say is, you can always tell. So yesterday I was rough as fuck, and I ordered that KFC and it got nicked. Right? Yeah. How bad was that? Full on nicked as well. He texts me, right? Just one text saying, what number house is it? Can't find it. Right? But obviously my phone wasn't on me. Yeah. And never rang me, never knocked on. I looked on the order, fully said the door number on the order, like just the most bullshit ever. And he just got off and then turned his phone off and then blocked my number. Tried to ring him twice. First time he answered and he was like, hello. I was like, hello. If he answered the first time, I said, hello. I said, where's my food? And he went, what address? I'm on my way. And I read my address, and he went, and then he paused and said something. Like, never said anything actually. He just paused. And I said, you said you was here before, but you couldn't find the door. And he hung up on me. And then I rang him back, and he let it ring out. And then after I rang him back, it said I was trying to contact someone who's like, no, let me see. I'll try and ring the number again.
Did you speak to the shop?
No, so it's Uber Eats, isn't it? So I was on the phone to Uber Eats, and they were like, "We'll give you a refund, but it'll take 10 days to get in your bank." I was like, "But the driver has robbed my food," and they're going, "Well, yeah, we've put a note on the delivery that the suspicion that it's been robbed." I'm like, "Not suspicion, mate." I said, "He fucking robbed my food," and they said, no, if they can't find it, what they do is they dispose of the food. I said, mate, this is not what's happened.
Why would he told you that?
Yeah, of course, he said I couldn't find it, I've disposed of it, not block my number. I said, why would he text me, not ring, not knock on? Why would he text one text? Didn't do a follow-up text, didn't send a question mark, just text me once saying, I'm here, what number is it? And then fucking bailed with my food. So then the only reason why I ordered it is because I had a fucking deal saying, first order on the KFC app, which goes for Uber Eats, you get 8 free mini fillets. Yeah, but everything's more expensive on the app. Everything's like £2 more. Yeah, so it probably broke even, but I wanted the mini fillets. That deal gone because I've used it. I've technically used it. I've been refunded. So I drove to KFC instead. And the one close to us is terrible. So first went there, yeah. And when I first like moved here, and Meg was like, "Oh, it's terrible. Don't go there. Don't go there. Trust me, it gives everyone shits and everything." And I was like, "Oh, I don't matter." I was thinking, from Farmouth, mate. There's a KFC in Farmouth that opened up, and it's the worst. They've never ever to this day, if they've done 10,000 orders, never ever got one right ever, and the food's terrible.
How did
right?
they have bad KFCs though? Why is it not all the same?
Don't get it because it's franchised, isn't it? Though
Yeah, suppose.
on Sunday, we went to a Mackey's, right? And where was we? It was like, we would have been like in maybe like York or something. Went to a Mackey's. Yeah. Me and my mate checked through the whole bag, every bag, because we were like nervous they weren't going to have the sauces. Every sauce was in the bag. We couldn't believe it. Round here, when did they ever get a sauce in the bag of the Mackey's?
Did you not ask for them?
No, we asked for the sauces.
Oh, yeah.
But on the little clicky thing, and every sauce we asked for, all of them were in the bag. Around here, mate, you never get a sauce. Never. They've never sent a sauce with delivery either.
Yeah.
But I don't know why Mackey's and KFC are so bad.
I got my first KFC the first time the other day. What you get?
You've never had a KFC before?
No, my first one for ages was like...
Oh.
Was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday night. And what day is it today?
Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Sunday. And when did you get one? Monday?
Monday, bro, yeah.
That's weird.
I never, ever don't get a bucket.
You don't get a bucket? Oh, do you? Yeah.
Every time I book it to myself.
Yeah,
I used to get a boneless banquet for one, but it's just not enough.
That's not enough. Whatever.
I got they've got rid of that double gravy bucket. You need an haircut, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
That's not that long for me, that.
If it's long.
It's just messy, that, honest, just because I've been lying down, man.
That's bad.
See, we have different hair, though, don't we? Like, my hair's well longer than yours, but is yours long now or not?
That's long for me, yeah, very long.
You're, like, look how short that is compared to me.
That's why I wear the hats. That's another sad thing. I had a fresh trim all through the Christmas period and didn't do any videos.
Wasted.
And I got the best picture ever. Went walking JJ with my mum, like the loop lines, and I got the best picture of all time ever. And I just can't really use it or be happy about it because I look that bald on the picture. Look how bald I am.
That's fun, that, isn't it?
Look at that as well. How sad's that?
Yeah, it's a nice picture, that. Nah, you get away with that. No one looks at you.
No one looks at me.
Little cute baby there, lad. Come on.
That's not what boxing Twitter will take hold of it when they get hold of that picture, mate.
Oh, lad, that boxing Twitter stuff is mental, you know.
I can't believe how, right, this is what that Pato said, yeah. He said, I'll say one thing. 40 of them will quote tweet it fuming, and they'll say I'm rattled. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
No, you can't keep up with it. I try and keep up with it and I get lost.
They've gone after round the bend now. I never said his name again then. He had a bad night.
Boxing Twitter have gone after him.
He had it with him yesterday.
That is.
Leaked all his pictures and everything.
Yeah, but I just feel like that's just Twitter. Is that boxing Twitter, that?
Most of it was boxing Twitter, yeah.
Was it, yeah? You know the accounts, I don't know them. Why were people fuming on him? Or
how mad is this?
Was it because he put one tweet above a picture?
As we're talking about this, I've just been tagged in something by Boxing Twitter. Boxing Fanatic 2. And Ken, mate.
Don't they just tag you and stuff all day, every day at the minute?
All day, every day, yeah. All day, every day. All of them just tag me and stuff. All of them follow me.
Did he start getting grief yesterday because of a picture he put up? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Did he call Scruffy Twats or something about some food, and he called them Scruffy Twats, and then someone said,
like scorpions and all that.
Yeah.
Why can't you say that?
Because they called him a Scruffy Twat and they leaked his picture.
Everyone's seen them pictures, though, haven't they?
For years, years. I don't know. I suppose I do. I can't really like knock it because when any of the boxing Twitter ones get leaked and they're always like the weirdest looking guys ever, I always jump on it and send it on back straight away. I can understand if someone's anonymous and you find out their true identity. Like I can understand why people do jump on it, and especially he's been anonymous-ish for so long. I mean, if you just go on my Instagram, it's not that hard to find pictures of him. Like they are quite obviously there. And I feel like he's not been that asked for age. I feel like, do you know what's the maddest thing? So he definitely wasn't asked because I remember he posted 2 selfies in the same day to 2 different people, just full selfies. And then, so he definitely wasn't asked. And then this new venture happened. And then I think he had to be asked.
Yeah.
So I feel like he wasn't asked, got to the point where he finally wasn't asked. He posted 2 selfies on the account because I remember someone said to me, I put a tweet about how can people still run anonymous accounts on fucking Twitter in 2023, and someone put, "Oh, your mate's anonymous," and I literally went and copied and pasted his selfie that he'd sent someone 3-4 days earlier, pasted it to him, and someone was like, "How did I miss this?" But then I think he deleted them all when all this is his new venture, and it. I suppose it's definitely got to be like you don't want your name. I suppose you don't want your.
He might be half human, and might know over it because of that.
Says he's not.
It's
I don't
not
know.
ideal, like, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal. Definitely not. Right. Let's move on from idle chit chat and get into this, stuck into the matter at hand, which is Bingy's 2020s. Hang on, Louis texted me asking me how to cut him.
How to what?
Cut him with painting. Let me send a picture.
Don't you know what that means?
2 mins. Give me 20 mins. It's going to be more than 20 mins. Right, another thing as well. So with these things, if people are watching this, if anyone does bother to watch it, I want to know. People can give us ideas. What can we have here instead of 2 reindeers? Instead of these, I would say bottom instead of reindeers. Why don't we have just like a manager in a scarf or a fan in a scarf, blue, red? Just a guy in a blue scarf, cartoon guy in a blue scarf, red and blue. And then what should we have here?
Something unfooty related because not a footy pod.
Maybe a dog.
A dog,
with a blue coat on.
Do you like dogs?
Right, people can tell us. No one will tell us though. If anybody in the world watches this, tell us what we should have at the bottom there because I can edit I can just about edit anything into these.
If anyone comments anything, it has to go on.
Yeah, if anybody comments anything, no, because people say like dildo and like a big blue dildo. We can chop and change it all the time. Anyway, right, let's get to the actual. So the first, what was the first thing? So how we ended last season. So what was? I'll start with you, and then I'll start the next one. So what was the feeling around Everton without you? I suppose it's a bit of a weird one because you stayed up. How was the feeling around the club at the end of last season, going into the summer? Was it negative or was it positive because you'd stayed up?
No, it was negative again. Yeah, bad. Just we've had back-to-back years of staying up. On like the year before was the second to last game, Palace, and this one we went one step further last day, and you're thinking, hell.
And you were nearly down at some point on a couple of, like, not nearly down, but like there was a few times when the results weren't necessarily going your way.
On the last day? Yeah, we were down we were down until we scored.
We scored, yeah.
I was the fella in the ground whose signal was on and was getting the fucking scores and that. You know, when you see it on Premier League years and people are like, on the phone, it was me.
I didn't watch. I never watched a second, and we were literally talking about this the other day. I never watched a single second, any of us, of the second half against Southampton. Because me and Ollie, I want to say, had signal for the. I had the Everton game on my phone.
Did you at the ground in Southampton?
At Southampton's ground, and we was watching Everton. wasn't even remotely asked about Liverpool's game.
And I can't tell you the feeling of them matches, you know, honestly.
So you said, make sure you remember about talking about the last. So it's a joke. Someone I remember that guy tweeted saying something like, Liverpool fans, you'll never understand this." Obviously, I would happily use. Yeah.
But lad, it's unbelievable, you know, the nerves and that.
Even like how bad I was thinking about. I thought about this in the last game last season. Do you know how big it is to get relegated? Even if you come straight back up, mate, that's a full season in the Championship, mate. And what if you hold it back up?
You know what though? For us, we all knew we were fucked as well, though, financially. And it's
exactly.
This will be bad.
There's a bit like Leicester. Even though the guy who died's kids are not really that into football and they don't seem to be like running it as well.
They're still got trouble, are they?
Yeah, they're not in trouble financially. They're not going to go under. They're not like they're going to come straight back up. Same with Southampton. These are like clubs that have been run well enough to be able to afford. You cannot afford a year in the Championship,
lad. Honestly, so everyone knew that as well. And at half time, you'd relegated. The year before, Crystal Palace, we were getting beat 2-0, and we knew if we didn't win, we had to play Arsenal last game away, and we'd be down. Oh, lad, we've been so lucky, to be honest.
I feel like you've been lucky, but you should never have been in them positions. Like you was never bad enough to have to be relying on coming up, if that makes sense. But also, like,
we're worse than people think, though. You know, like people don't realise how bad the players are. They are really bad. But then again, we're playing this year and we look really good. It's mad.
I know what. So where would you be without the point deduction? I was
12th.
It's
Five.
still.
Yeah, 12th would be like 5 points off 7th.
That's quite bad, isn't it? I know you're literally. I don't think you will fight for your life. I think Everton under Dyche will be a team where you can lose a couple, but then you'll win 3 that you shouldn't win, or like you'll win 3 on the road. You'll win 3 out of 5 and pick up a few. But I think you'll be obviously be fine. We all know you'll be fine.
I can't believe how good we look. Honestly, based on last year, not much has changed, and they're a good team. When I say good, they're a top 12 team.
Yeah, definitely. And he came in. I feel like he came in quite testing circumstances. Took over from Lampard, didn't he?
Lampard, yeah.
And
January
Lampard.
It was.
Exactly. So I feel like I do think the back end of last season was a bit of a false. That's not what he was going to be, or what Everton was going to be under him.
And there was glimpses as well. Like, we beat Brighton 5-1 away from home.
Yeah, I remember that game.
We had a few good wins. So
the Brighton one was a massive game at the time.
Huge. Because then if we'd have got beat that day, we go down. It's just you don't realise, like, little games, not little, but
they were flying as well.
Yeah, flying, and we just battered them.
Scored straight away. Was it? Corey had a great game. Then he scored a couple.
Corey scored 2. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
He scored after like 50 seconds. Yeah.
I watched the full game. Remember it? That was where Calvert-Lewin had a seriously good game. And then McNeil scored that goal.
He didn't score though, and he was.
Yeah, but I feel like that's him. Sometimes he does have a good game.
But that's why I try and tell people we're good because he's good.
But he's not. I don't think he's the man for you. Drew's definitely not the man for you, Beto, mate. Your goal that you scored against. Who did
Newcastle?
Did you lose to him? Did you lose against Newcastle?
Oh no. What?
You scored a goal and he completely miscontrols the ball on the edge of the box, but you still end up scoring because of it. Recently, over Christmas. Who did you play over Christmas?
Tottenham, Man City didn't score. Wolves, who didn't score. You know what about?
Man City at home. Home.
Oh, it was Man City at home.
Yeah. And he just completely miscontrols the ball, completely fucks it up, and then somehow you still score. It was definitely Man City.
He sold everyone a dream his first 2 games. He looked like he was battering people. He was rapid, and now he just can't move his feet or nothing.
He can't run. He's so slow.
He's a lovable player, though. You know. Honestly.
Yeah, because he likes you and he says all the right things. Like and it's dead easy to get the Blues on side. You have to show a bit of passion.
He scored a good goal, though. See his Newcastle goal? That was good.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, 3-0 was it Newcastle?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to go ahead?
Do you think what? Yeah.
They love him though. The fans have all dug in and said
maybe in the summer they can get away with it.
I don't think they get away with it mid-season.
Like, so they don't love him that much, surely.
I think they do. I think they've had it that bad that long, and that he didn't well last season.
Yeah, it's fair.
He definitely did better last season than I thought he should have done.
Yeah, he done well better. They're a good team.
They're not good this year though, I don't think. And I feel like we always have
the injuries down Newcastle. Loads.
Yeah, they have now. They have. I feel like we always have their number under Klopp because Eddie Howe's that easy to play against.
I just have everyone's number under Klopp. He's just one of the best. I spent a couple of years against City used to do my head in because you both beat everyone.
Everyone and just
mad, weren't it?
They beat us by a point every time. It was the worst. So how did Liverpool end? So we ended our season terribly. Missed out on the top 4 for the first time in years. Well, not the first time in years because we missed out. No, we got top 4 in the COVID year in the end. It was just a terrible season.
Alisson's header, weren't it? That one.
Alisson's header, yeah. So missed out on top 4 and then needed a massive rebuild in the summer. And I didn't think we bought the right players.
Yeah, I didn't.
Who kind of don't like. I feel like Klopp could sign anyone and get like quite a lot out of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he signed this Endo's playing well, but I feel like Endo would only play well in a Klopp midfield. Does that make sense? Like I'm not.
You mean like for top teams?
Yeah, like if he's sticking in Tottenham's midfield,
yeah, he could be a good mid-table midfielder. Like.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I don't mean that. I mean, top 6 team, if you put him in any other top 6 team, I think he's not good. But I think because Liverpool, because we're very big, definitely system team, that's why none of the players really do that well and leave us.
Yeah.
He's come into a system where if you just fight and you have a bit about you in midfield and you run a lot, the rest sort of looks after itself. And then obviously we've got like Van Dijk who's picked up massively and he's being a 6 in front of him must be good. Definitely must be good. And him having a decent-ish 6 in front of him must be good as well. But I went into the season the most negative. I thought, no way we had any chance. How bad was it? I never thought we had any chance of a title race, and I do think we will be in a title race. But as I've said before, only because the league's that bad.
Yeah.
Like, so I think we came second on 97 points once, and we came second on 93 points. And let me have a look at the league table. If you look at the league table now, so halfway, we're on 45 out of 20. So if we were to repeat what we've done so far now, we'd be on 86.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy how bad this year is. Is it really bad or just competitive? I don't really get it.
I think it's competitive. Like, you've just got a lot more teams that are quite good and can take points off people, mixed with everyone's a little bit less dominant than they used to be.
And then Villa
That's
second.
what I mean. Yeah, it seems like them, West Ham, Brighton, Newcastle, they're all there taking points off the City, and Arsenal's.
Surely Villa were going to drop off.
They definitely will drop off.
When I said when we won over to go 5 points clear over Arsenal and City, and I was like 5 points clear, and Thingy was like, no, you're only 2 points clear, 3 points clear. It's like, mate, no one cares about Villa.
Nah, they don't.
When you talk about,
they probably should finish fourth, maybe.
You think they'll finish fourth?
How many points ahead of like Spurs and that are they?
They're 3 ahead of Spurs.
Oh, are they?
And then West Ham's 6th. West Ham are 6th.
They'll finish 5th.
You think Tottenham will finish top 4?
Yeah, over Villa. Over Villa, yeah.
I think it'll be Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
That Chelsea are
12 points.
Chelsea have 14 points off Villa, and you think they'll finish above them?
Yeah.
No, won't.
Villa will collapse definitely second half of the season, especially when they start going for Europe.
Chelsea aren't getting 12 points on Tottenham in 18 games.
I think they'll finish
How
fourth.
are Chelsea even getting on right now against Middlesbrough? I bet they're not winning.
Are they playing right now? I didn't even know they were playing.
0-0, it's fine.
Today, 0-0, yeah. Is that the 7% final, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be, if Chelsea get there and we get there, that's 3. It's not 3 domestic. That is not. See what my mind can do for me. It just completely pretends. So I tweeted it on Sunday. Liverpool are accidentally going to go one up on City and win all 4. Completely forgetting we're in the Europa League. Completely forgot. And I'm just going to say it then as well. The last 3 domestic cup finals have all been Liverpool, Chelsea, as if last season never happened because we were shit. Just forget that we had bad seasons. Right, we'll move to the next topic because I feel like we didn't even really do that. So I don't think we're going to do the topics. This is just going to be like talking shit thing. Right, so what was the next topic? Hang on, let me scroll back up. So the summer, how would you rate Everton's transfer window?
Bad. We didn't do it. We had no money to spend, and then we bought Beto and Schmidt, and none of them play.
I feel like Beto was one of them where you don't pay much up front, and
I don't think we pay anything first year for Beto actually.
Exactly what I mean. Who's the one you bought?
Which is decent. Schmidt. So we spent like 40 mil on 2 strikers, and none of them start. So
Schmidt?
Yeah, Sporting Lisbon kid.
I don't think I've even ever heard of him. I didn't even know you signed him.
Yeah, he looks.
None of them play.
What?
None of them start, do they? But Beto doesn't
start. No, but it was Calvert-Lewin hasn't played a game for 2 years, so it's the right thing to do. But at the same time, we just didn't strengthen anywhere really. But
then you get what's he called? Danjuma.
Dan
also doesn't play.
He's a bad player. Him.
Is he bad?
Yeah.
I thought he was when I watched him for Tottenham a couple of times. I
don't like him at all. He looks dangerous sometimes, but his feet. I don't like him one bit. Me. Jack Harrison we got on loan.
But Jack Harrison's a player.
Jack Harrison's not amazing on the ball, right? And I don't think he's great. But if we didn't get him, there's no way we'd be as good as we are because it's just the system. Them 2 on the wings.
Yeah. They're very, very Sean Dyche winger.
Yeah. Dwight McNeil, by the way, has got to be. He's a good player. I can't believe he's good. No, I'd promise you, he's good.
You can't just say.
I win having him.
No, that I promise you. And then I just have to go, you promised me, do you? Yeah. Why McNeil's a good player? He's not a good player, bro. He's good for you. He's doing all right. But you are, I don't like to drop this on you, but you are 4th bottom. So how good is he doing?
He's 12th, really, if you do the points. Yeah.
Well, he's doing all right for Everton. And he did all right last season. His goal against Brighton was good.
Yeah, he's just a good player, lad, honest.
I'm not having him as a good player.
I don't think he's like that is bad. My estimations have proper dropped, haven't they? It's sad that.
I always think that with like Lucas, people who say like Lucas was a good player for Liverpool, and I get that he's like a cult player in that. But to me, I personify Liverpool being terrible, like under Rodgers being terrible for years, except like 13 games we got in a title race. Been terrible under Roy Hodgson for years. Just been terrible for years. With Lucas playing every week.
Yeah.
So like players who you sort of fall in love with because they did put everything into everything. They always give everything, but they're dog shit. And when they played, you were dog shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like Kite as well. Dirk Kite, like never won anything here. Don't think maybe wasn't in the FA Cup winning team. I don't think Kite won it. Pardon?
Carling Cup maybe.
Maybe ugly. Yeah. Oh no, he definitely won the League Cup. Yeah, definitely because he scored in the League Cup final. So League Cup under Kenny. Yeah, under Kenny, the 2-2 against Cardiff. So he won a League Cup, and I just think he was dog shit. Like he's revered and everyone loves him. And yeah, rightly so. He did give everything for the thingy. But when he was playing, we were shit because people like him played every week. That's why we were shit, because we had shit players playing every week. And now the players that we have, and like Firmino leaving and going to Thingy, and Fabinho leaving and Henderson leaving, these are good players, and that's why we were good, because we had good players. And I always think like us as fans, and I'm guessing the same with Everton, you romanticize players that tried a lot but were dog shit.
Yeah. Duncan Ferguson being the main one.
He's the main one, yeah. That's older. I feel like that's older Everton fans. I don't feel like you lot as hoodwinked at like.
No, don't really care. No, but then to be fair, like with the McNeils and that, I have watched Dyer footy for 2 years. So then when someone can do a bit, I think he's a good player. When grand scheme of things,
you've had it tough for 2 years as well.
He probably doesn't get in the top 8 team, does he? But below that, he's good.
I don't even think he'd get in. Like, then again, I suppose the 7th. I don't think he can get like in West Ham side.
Yeah, they were who I was thinking, and like they've got a good attack, haven't they, West Ham?
Yeah, maybe like Fulham and.
He plays for Fulham. He's a good player, honest.
Do you think he gets in over Willian at Fulham?
Willian's all right, isn't he?
How weird is it that he's just like so good?
It does my head in. I watch him and I think, why are you still knocking around? And he plays well.
And he's not fast or anything anymore. It's like he's changed. Because when he was at Chelsea, he was just rapid, wasn't he?
He scores past you tomorrow now because of this. Someone put a bet on.
Yeah, potentially. Do you like my new bet series? My new bet in life?
I was meant to follow one, missed it, and it got let down by like a Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez booking?
I was made up.
Some lad messaged me saying, that's definitely a good bet, and put 20 quid on it.
Did he
when I
cash out?
put it 29-1. I know, and do you know what the worst bit is? So I think I don't think I've said it, and I don't think I must have done a YouTube video to say it. So I had Endo on the bet as the yellow card for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then didn't realise on Bet365 that when you come off Bet Builder, if you just click on anything else, it deletes the bet. Yeah. And then when I came back on, it was like 8 more to 1. Added like 8 more quid to my bet if I put Joe Gomez instead of Endo. It would have been like 21 quid for Endo, 29 for Joe Gomez. Endo got booked straight away.
Chased the money.
Yeah, chased the money. But anyway, so Liverpool summer, we'll go for that. I did originally think we should have signed a defender, and now Trent's injured, Robertson's injured, and Matip's out for the season. It's like we should have. But having seen how the season's played out, no one can defend. City can't defend.
Yeah.
Arsenal can't defend. Chelsea can't defend. Tottenham can't defend. No one can defend, so it doesn't really matter. This Quansah will be fine to just fill in to the end of the season.
Play him.
I think he's a good defender, yeah. I think he's a good centre-half. I think he's very, very good. And then you've got Conor Bradley's probably going to fill in for Trent, I guess, while he's injured. This the left back. He was at Bolton last year, and Bolton fans like him, but it's League One, innit? It's a bit like that, innit? Who's come to Burnley and just looks terrible. He's a good.
Gives teams a bit of hope if Conor Bradley's playing. I've never heard of him, so
he's a good. He'll have a good career outside away from Liverpool. He'll probably be a Premier League right back for, like we've just been saying, then like your Fulhams, your Bournemouths, them sort of teams.
Yeah.
But he's got
on a field day tomorrow.
I think he'll have a good game tomorrow because it's just against them. But like, who do you say is having a field? Oh, Willian. I thought you said. Yeah, I've completely misheard that, and the joke didn't land because I missed it. Sorry, no, yeah, it probably will because he's not. I don't think he's fast. That's one of his issues. He's quite composed, steady, can tackling like a tackling fullback, like a defensive fullback who can like get forward a little bit. But I don't think he's fast. I think you need a bit of pace nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted us to sign a defender, and now I'm desperate for us to say, I can't believe we're not over Timo Werner. Maybe I know that this is one of my can't give up on it. But Klopp was desperate for him.
Yeah.
The year before he went to Chelsea. He was desperate to come. They flirted with each other all summer, and then we had no money, so we couldn't sign him. Went to Chelsea and flopped, but I just still think there's a player there, and there's a player there for us.
What's he been like at Leipzig? But they're loaning him out, aren't they? We can't.
He's on 2 this year in 16 games. And last year he finished on like 11,
what
12
happened to
goals.
him? He was a pure goal scorer, weren't he, for them?
I think he was just a confident striker, and then the Chelsea move just killed him. And I still insist he went to Chelsea and just had the wrong managers.
He scored 28 and 34 and then went to Chelsea.
I know, he was unbelievable.
28?
I was obsessed with him, mate.
That is mad.
Because he's rapid.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
I
I do
remember
rapid.
liking him as well. I was made up he didn't get him. I thought he was going to either like proper.
Oh, he was basically done to us. It was done.
I
The
thought
deal
they
was
made
done.
a difference as well for you around that time.
Because at that time, it's when we had
won
the
the league yet?
three. Pardon?
Did you win the league that? Oh no, earlier. Yeah, go on.
No, it was the COVID one. We got Jota instead.
Was Firmino like dropping off then?
Firmino was dropping off. Mane had lost his pace, and Salah was still Salah. And the front three were looking knackered and dead bad, and it was time to do it. And we needed pace, and because we couldn't afford it, because it was a post-COVID, everyone was skint. We had to get Jota because we didn't have to pay anything for Jota up front. I think we paid a couple of million up front. And Jota, as much as Liverpool fans like him, he was just not what we needed at the time. We needed to insert another fast attacker into that attack, not slow it down, and Jota slowed it down. So fucked us, killed us, and I still think we should have gone in. Right, we'll move on to the next topic. So I feel like this video seemed like it was going to be a good idea on Ed, and we can probably clickbait people into coming into it by saying it, but it's
we didn't start this for half an hour, and now we're rushing through the bit we were meant to do.
I know, because I've got probably about another 15 minutes left to do it, and we've got we're on topic 3 out of 10. Right. So our views on so I've got, you went first, I went. So now what's your view been on Everton's first half of this season?
It's just a bit of
and the difference, and tell you what, I can roll 2 into it. So how have you been this season, and how has that contrasted to how you was back in the last season?
Like, where it's just what we've been for 2 years, which was disgusting being an Everton fan, because it was the opposite of what we've always been, just easy to play against.
Yeah.
Like, the team could just come to us and we'd let 2 in easy. I used to think we need to score 2 today to get a point. And
you were one of the weakest. Not weakest physically, I don't know.
Mentality was awful.
Not even just mentality. I feel like you were just one of the softest sides on the Lampard. Like, easy to play against.
Yeah.
Nothing like Goodison, because you were that easy to play against. Goodison wasn't really like a fortress or anything.
No.
And away from home, you were terrible. You were just a proper flimsy, soft side.
I used to think we'd lose every single game. Every game, I used to think we'll probably get beat today.
Because he doesn't have tactics either, Lampard.
He was all bad.
So I just put some out that you all. That's another one where a fan base dig their heels in. I think you dig their heels in because 1, he had a go at Klopp. Yeah. 2, he hates Liverpool.
It's not.
What was it then?
For like 4 games, we played good footy with him after Benitez, and it was awful with him.
Yeah, of course, because Benitez has been so
then
bad.
It was like, there's a bit of open, and we all sort of went, he's changed it so we can like dig it out for the end of the season, so we'll let him start again this season. And and we actually played good. Do you remember the derby? We drew 0-0. We were the better team. Connor Cody scored.
Yes, they got slowed, yeah.
There was loads of hope. We were like, we look like we're playing good, and then it was just like, they're all fragile.
He just doesn't have tactics. I think he needs tactics.
Yeah. And he's a bad manager, to be fair.
Yeah, he is. And I feel like if he never went back to the Chelsea job, I still think he would have blagged another job, because he would have said the Everton job was hard.
I think he would have, I think he would have. And now I don't think anyone touches him.
No, touch him. No way. Why would anyone touch him? So it's just night and day, the difference between last season and this season.
I don't know. It's weird. It's shocking how good we are, but we got Branthwaite back.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just going to start rolling topics into one. You've got surprise of the season. He's one who Everton fans are always like, we need to give this kid a try. So it's like, we thought, but no one knew he was going to be good.
Yeah.
We don't watch him.
Is he that good? Yeah. I'm not. Is he that good?
I don't know. What does that good mean? Like, he's very good. I don't know what that. He could go to like Spurs and that now and be like.
Yeah. Will he go?
No, not now. But if he went to Spurs, he'd just look like a boss centre back in the Prem. So he's boss. He's very.
I just obviously don't watch. When do I watch Everton? Do you know what I mean? I probably watch Everton more than I watch most other sides, because it's
teams,
because there's something in it for me to watch. If that makes sense. But
he's big, strong, fast, and can play. He's
got
a bit of everything. He's just sneaky fast. Like he's got long legs and that. So
centre half. So what was that? That was your top. So I'll go for mine. Our difference to this year to last year is just, especially for me, who I always said, if you look all through last season and all through the summer, I said, do not bother buying Bellingham for 100 million or whatever, because you don't need that. We just need legs. And if it's Bellingham, and make do, or a full new midfield, buy the new midfield, because you don't need to be the best
Yeah.
midfielder in the world to play for Liverpool. None of the midfielders are. Henderson, to me, I love him, and I think he's one of the best midfielders in Europe for the last decade. But not many people would have that opinion.
Yeah.
Gini Wijnaldum was never a good midfielder. We didn't buy him as a midfielder. He's gone on to be not a good midfielder since he left. I'd say the only one that was ever in there, like even Milner, we got Milner on the back end of his career, and he was he played well for us. I think Fabinho was a world-class defensive midfielder. But you have to say that.
I thought he was the best around at the time.
So did I, for a couple, 2 years, 3 years.
2 years, definitely.
But then watching him, his legs fall off at the same time that Henderson's legs fall off. And then Curtis Jones was like the young player to come in, and he wasn't good enough, no matter what anyone says. I've had a good 4 or 5 games now, but he isn't. I don't think he's good enough, and he definitely wasn't good enough at the time.
Yeah.
Milner's legs had fell off. Like, we had just last season, what it was with Liverpool. And so to me, I feel like most fans think this about their club. We give away more chances than anyone in the world, right? People always have clear one-on-ones against Liverpool, and we get bailed out by our goalkeeper. But last season, it felt like it was even worse. Like, we never, even the games we won last season, even if we won clear, even if we beat someone 3-0 at Anfield, we never controlled a game. We didn't control a single game last season. We never controlled a single game because our midfield couldn't control anything. It was impossible. They couldn't do it. And then this year, I feel like it's still a bit frantic and it's still a bit hectic because they're all a full new midfield playing together.
Yeah.
But at least sometimes we control the tempo of games because our midfielders have legs. They have legs to run. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted to let legs in midfield to run. I didn't need the best, most creative players in the world. I just needed legs, and that's what I got. So I can't hate the window, but I just feel, and this is how my whole life is as supporting Liverpool under FSG. If they'd just had a tiny bit more about them and just gone and got one more player every summer, we won the league. We won the Champions League and signed nobody. Signed Alisson on a free, some ginger kid for 3 million, and that was it.
Alisson on a free.
Alisson, sorry, Adrian.
Did you?
Yeah, Adrian we won the Champions League, and in that summer we signed Adrian on a free, and that Van der Berg for 3.5 million. That was it. 2 signings. That's all we spent. 3 million, 3.5 million. Pardon?
That seems not right.
Probably should go and look at the stat. Go and look at it. It's one of my It's one of the main cruxes of my lack of ambition.
Did you not win the league that year though?
Yeah, so that's why it gets forgotten about. And I know it's hard to mourn because we won the league, but we didn't. But then that criminal underinvestment came to haunt us later on. Would City, Arsenal just finished second and have spent hundreds of millions. It would never happen with any other club, but it just happened with us. And what it was is they said, because Klopp had lost. What you read was Klopp had been stung with letting players' contracts run down at Dortmund, where they'd all got off. Like Lewandowski, remember, he got off on a free. You're fact-checking, aren't you?
Did you get Minamino? Was that January?
January. Signed Minamino in January because he played well against us in the Champions League.
Salzburg. Mad that.
How bad's that?
To be fair, the year before you spent serious though.
Yeah, but we fucking sold Coutinho. So we didn't spend serious dough, did we?
No, you never.
We did.
Oh,
Fabinho. Signed Fabinho in the summer.
Sam Fabinho, Alisson, Keita.
But who did we sell?
And Shaqiri. That summer.
No one.
You sold Danny Ward. And Solanke.
Yeah, Alisson and January. Coutinho went in January.
Yeah.
So it was Alisson and Coutinho were bought. Alisson and Van Dijk were bought out of the Coutinho money. Like direct swap. Which is scandalous.
So then you got Fabinho and Keita as well.
Yeah. But Keita, we didn't actually get him for the year after, did we? He came in, we bought him to get him off, to make sure we won the race for him. We fucking bought him and loaned him back to him for a year.
Did you?
Yeah, he went back on loan after we paid 50 million for him. That's how desperate he was for him.
I thought that was going to be a serious sign of Hughes as well.
I thought he was going to be the perfect Premier League midfielder. And he was fucking terrible.
Crazy.
Well off the thingy about. So let's go back to our thingies. What else have we got? You've just merged two. We're not even going to finish these. Right, so favourite signing. Favourite signing so far this season.
We haven't got one. Mine's probably Jack Harrison, but I don't even like him. It's just because I feel like we play good because he's in the team.
Because he's there, yeah. And that was a nice video of his mum the other day.
Yeah. He's had a couple of his mum goes the aways and that's mad in the away end.
That was the video I was on about with his mum.
That one, yeah, when he's like he's nice to the fans, yeah.
It's like just give it up and then he finally comes over. That guy goes, do you know him? He goes, it's my son.
Do you know him?
And then he starts shouting over. Then he takes the question, doesn't he, to say, can my son have your shirt?
Yeah.
Who's my signing my signing so far? I'd say Endo.
Would you?
I like Slobozai, and I think he's unbelievable. But then I think I've let Twitter get into my head that he's playing not well. And then when I've watched Liverpool recently, he hasn't played well.
No, I think he's had a bad couple of months. But
Yeah,
I think he was amazing for like 3 months and then bad for 2.
Looked like one of the maddest, best signings ever. Like, how did we beat everyone to him? And then you think,
But I was just thinking, I've seen Leipzig and you don't stand out. And now, why are you this good?
Yeah.
What the start for you? I can believe it.
Unbelievable. And I don't know. And then Gravenbach, I like him, but he's not. I don't know. It's weird. I think he wasn't that expensive, and he was. I don't know. I feel like he's a kid, 22. Yeah.
22.
My favorite signing is definitely Endo because it's just. I said if you look at my video, remember I did the rounding up the window for us, and I said we will all like this Endo. Trust me, because they just love it. Japanese, Chinese, Korean players that come over here, they fucking love it. He looked bad for 2 games when he was playing with 10 men. And everyone started saying, "Oh, look how slow he is." And I know I've said it, I've probably said it to you as well, and I definitely said it on the We're Off Topic thing. I just look at it and think, obviously he looked bad, mate. He came here from Germany. He'd just done a full amount of date. I think the season might have even started when he came. He's just done a full pre-season for a German team. What level of fitness do you think he was at himself at? He would have been, probably no one was more shocked by how far off the pace he was than himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I just think the way he's like now coming in and he is R6, and I'm still sad that he's R6 because he's not a proper number 6.
Is he starting games now when everyone's fit?
Start. Well, McAllister's not been fit.
Yeah.
But I think the midfield would be McAllister, Gravenberch or Batch or whatever, and Slobozai if they was all fit. But Endo's been playing, and he's been playing really well. He was unbelievable against. Who did we beat after United? After we drew United, who did we beat?
Arsenal, was it?
Did we beat Arsenal? No, we drew with Arsenal, didn't we? Adele. Anyway, he was unbelievable in that game, and then he was unbelievable against Newcastle as well where we battered them, but it only finished like 4-2, whatever it was. Right, so he's my signing. Right, so what? Last one on the main ones. What would you consider a success for Everton this year?
I feel like just because of the point deduction, I'm forced into it being like just staying up.
Just staying up again?
Yeah, because I don't know. What do we say then? 16th or something?
Yeah, true. What's the difference between just staying up and finishing? Yeah, and you're not going to...
Taking the point deduction out, after the way we've started, I'd be like, we're a top 12 team and we shouldn't finish lower.
But yeah, I guess staying up. I guess what can you do? 10 points deducted, you stay up and then try and go again next year.
Yeah, it's so hard because I don't know. People say you're lucky about the 3 teams, but I still like Luton and that are picking up points. I still think they'll get 30 odd. Maybe.
Yeah, I think Luton will do. I think I wrote Luton off, didn't I? And they've been doing all right, to be honest.
They're a point behind us with a game in hand.
But I think you'll be all right. I do think you'll be all right. Right. So hang on. What's she saying? Okay.
So yeah.
Right. Well, anyway, Meg is around the corner, so Dog Bobby's going to go mad in a minute. So we've got another 5 minutes. So where would I say would be a good season for us? I just think City are going to turn it on after January. And I don't want to be let down. So I would go win a trophy, any trophy, even the League Cup and top 4 after last season as well. And the fact we've got
what did you say? Any trophy and top 4?
Yeah.
No, it's got to be second though, surely.
No, what's the difference between second and 4th?
No, you just should.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not asked really, if I'm honest, because I've never been asked about that. So any trophy in top 4 because last season was just that bad. It was that terrible. People were calling for his head last season, even though they're like kind of denying it now. There was definitely questions about Klopp last year, 100%.
Baffling that.
And they were good again. So and you got to think, give that midfield a full year to play with each other.
No one would have
been. Then a pre-season. Yeah, exactly. Then because Gravenberch and Endo never even had a pre-season with the midfield.
Yeah.
Right, last one now, as Meg is literally around the corner and can't be asked for coming in the dog park and everyone. She's going to want a tea and stuff. So yeah, I'm fully being kicked off because Meg's coming home. Last quick ones we'll wrap it up with. So what were they? What was your goal of 2023?
Michael Keane at home to Spurs.
The long range.
That was heavy.
Mine will be, even though I didn't watch it live because I was at Lost Village, when I look back at the amount of times I've rewatched it was Nunes second against
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Because I love an horrible snatch and grab, and that was a
I couldn't
dirty,
believe that game, mate.
horrible snatch and grab. I didn't
Couldn't
even
believe
watch it. I just checked my phone and we were 1-0 down with 10 men. Never checked my phone again. Was not in a mood because I was having a good time at a festival, but wasn't happy about it. And then next thing I look at it.
Do you realise that that's just what you do? And it's a dead jammy in that. I was watching that game, swear to God, it's 1-0, and I'm thinking, how's this 1-0? The 100% equalise at least. And I'm in no doubt. Every time I watch it, no doubt.
Before Twitter existed, I just didn't realise we were that spawny, and then I think Twitter has made you realise that we are.
I don't even think it's spawny. There's just something that happens in the world, and you get a result. It's mad.
Yeah. And that Newcastle summed it up as well. Right, favourite game of 23?
Obviously, when we stay up, but that's just, I don't know, Brighton away, 5-1.
Brighton away, that was a good one, yeah.
Did you go? No. Brighton, 1/2.
Yeah. My best game of 23 would be probably Tottenham last year, the 4-3 where Jota scored. They scored, Kane scores, Richarlison scores, and then we score. Also, because at the time, it kind of kept us in a top 4 unlikely race, and it was good. And Anfield went off seriously. That was probably my finger. Right, and last one, best moment of 23, I'm guessing for you. Staying up. Best moment of 23. Probably not really had the best moment yet because last season was so bad. We didn't really have any great moments last season.
Did you win 7-0 in 23?
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. 7-0. That's my favourite game and favourite. Yeah, thank God. I imagine you hadn't said that. I waited my entire life to beat United 7-0 or 5-0 or something like that. I know we'd be 5-0. At Anfield, 7-0. It was definitely last season. It was like...
It was March, yeah. You know what
so game of the year and best moment of the year, yeah, was United 7-0. And on that, we are going to wrap this up. So I will put this out tonight, and I will get, other than the other one where I just said an introduction, I'll actually give it bullet points and shit and tell us what we were talking about, even though we weren't really talking about it. And everyone needs to like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. Tell us what to have here. So instead of Father Christmas, we need something here, and instead of reindeers, we need something here. And maybe dangling, I'll just have red and blue lights. Are you sure you have a Everton badge?
Can I just prove how old this is? I've just went in my pocket and I've got a fucking COVID mask.
Why would you have a COVID mask with a... Why would you have a COVID mask in a dressing gown?
This needs to be the thumbnail.
This is what I'll put that. I'm going to superimpose that as a thumbnail. You and an Everton thinking, right? It's been good. Well, this is just like a little episode thing, but we've not fully got our finger on the pulse of what we're going to do.
Off properly, have we?
Nah, we haven't. But there's no rush. We're going to do it all year. So at some point in this January, we will kickstart this every week, and we'll decide a format, decide what we're doing, see if we're going to get a third / little producer in, and it'll be something. And my live chat is definitely back this Sunday, and it will be on every Sunday from this Sunday 1,000,000%. So yeah, that was it. It's all right. That 7 minutes. I'm going to end it. See you later, sir.